Hey, and welcome to another segment with me, Prap, at Preach with Prap. How are you guys doing? Well, it is the month of June and it is time for me to keep up with my New Year's resolution. Remember, New Year's resolutions are not just for January or December. It is meant to be worked on throughout the year. So it is the month of June. If you remember my New Year's resolution, it was to invite you into my life on a monthly basis. Today I am here at Patterson Park in Baltimore City. It is a beautiful park and I'm going to show you some spots along the way as I take a stroll in Patterson Park, which is in the heart of Baltimore City. And as I take a stroll, I would like to sort of share with you a couple of wellness tips that I would think would be beneficial in regards to how we can improve our relationship with our phones. Yes, our cell phones, which is more than a phone if you think about it. So while I take this stroll, I hope you enjoy the wellness tips that I have for you and the spots that Baltimore City or Patterson Park has to offer us. Thank you. Behind me, that is the Pulaski Monument. It is named after General Casimir Pulaski, who was an immigrant from Poland, and he was invited to the United States to join forces with the American army in order to defeat the British army during the Revolutionary War. According to history, Pulaski was known for his daring moves back in his native country of Poland to fight off the Imperial Russian army. So shout out to General Pulaski, shout out to the city of Baltimore and the committee that helped bring sculptures and architects to help host and remember the history and memories of how General Pulaski rise and shined to his purpose. So shout out to all of them. And now transitioning on to the wellness tip I had for you. If you are like me, you now know that our phones is more than a device that we use to just simply make phone calls with, right? Our phones is the home of our entertainment. It hosts all these applications like TikTok, where we catch up with our media, like Facebook, where we catch up with how our friends are doing. And if you're like me as well, you might be saying, am I with my entertainment world a bit too much? Do you find yourself saying, how can I improve the relationship with my phone? Am I with my phone a little bit too much? Can I create boundaries on with the time that I spend with this entertainment box called my phone, right? So I have 3 tips and here's the first tip for you. The first tip is, how about you consider taking break, a 5-minute break to a 30-minute break before you go to bed. Before you go to bed, if you are trying to go to bed at 10 o'clock, how about around 9:30 or even 9:45, if it's really difficult for you, you call it a day and you shut off the entertainment box and keep it on the other side, right? Consider that. When we are sleeping, we are doing more than just resting or taking off from the day. We are also meeting ourselves on the subconscious level. That is an idea that was promoted by Robert Louis Stevenson. That was an idea that was promoted by writer Hermann Hesse. That's an idea that was promoted in the Native American cultures, that our life is also available, is also existing on the other side, in our dream world. Have you ever heard the saying, sleep on it? If somebody wants you to clarify, to think about an idea, they say, why don't you go ahead and sleep on it, right? So it's so important for us to, when we get that good night's sleep, it's more than just for our body and for our eyes. It is also for us to meet ourselves on our subconscious level, to think about our dreams, literally our dreams, to meet ourselves in our dream world. So I hope you consider that tips, that is, take a break before you go to bed, 5 minutes to 30 to even better, an hour before you go to bed. All right, catch you at the next landmark. I have made it to the second landmark. It is an observatory tower here at Patterson Park. The design of the observatory tower, it was inspired by pagodas or sacred temples of East Asia and India area. It's unfortunately under renovation, this pagoda, and that is why I'm able to sit at the entrance of the tower rather than go inside. But I do love how the city of Baltimore has maintained such beauty and the greenery of this park. It must help the residents of the city maintain that grind and find a way to relieve themselves, because fresh air does help, open space does help one's well-being, one's wellness flow, one's wellness flow. Anyways, with that, let me go ahead and share with you the second tip that I have for you in regards to how you can or we can improve our relationship with our phones. So initially I mentioned to you that before going to sleep, it was so important for us to take a break from our entertainment world so that we can meet ourselves in our dream world. So we can meet ourselves on our subconscious level. And when we take that time away from that entertainment world, we get a time, we sort of zone into ourselves. So similarly, before going to bed, you want to avoid looking at your phone as soon as you wake up in the morning. As soon as you wake up in the morning, the initial thoughts of that day should be about how your day is going to go down, the mission and vision for your day. Instead of scrolling on your Facebook feed and seeing what happened the night before, what was the latest event that you must have missed out on, you catch up on it. But the initial moment, the first 30 minutes, the first 5 minutes, if that's a struggle for you, but the first 30, the first hour should be dedicated to you. As soon as you wake up, those thoughts are for you, or you should dedicate them for yourself. So that's the second tip. The first tip is before going to bed, and the second tip is as soon as you wake up, try to stay away from the phone. You'll get to your phone. Even somebody as successful as entrepreneur Kevin O'Leary would say there are some things he'll accomplish before he looks at his phone. There are some things for himself. So similarly, we should consider ourselves as soon as we wake up in the morning. What is the day going to look like? And then we give ourselves to the world, to our Facebook feed, to our Instagram, our reels, to our world news, to our breaking news. But initially, the breaking news should be of your world. How are you going to break the day? All right, with that, I'll catch you at the next landmark. I found my third landmark here at Patterson Park. It is a man-made lake. It was initially created during the war, not to serve as a lake, but over time the city of Baltimore decided, why don't we utilize it as a lake for the residents? So residents can actually fish here. This lake serves as a wetland for fishes, for birds in the area, and even the plants in the area. Yeah, so this Patterson Park can be a place where you can jog, where you can walk, where you can get some history, and where you can also learn how to fish. So shout out to the city of Baltimore for looking out for its residents. And the lake is fairly well maintained in terms of pollution. There's very little pollution in the water. So shout out to the residents for showing some love back to the city, showing some love back to nature. I like that. And with that, let me go ahead and give you the final wellness tip I had for you in regards to how you can have a better relationship with your phone. So the last tip I had for you was, how about you utilize the silent notification option? Yes, the silent notification option. So for some parts of the day, how about you commit to that? Instead of throughout the day, for some time of the day, go ahead and turn off the sound to your phone. How about you turn off the vibrate mode to your phone? In that way, you are not getting notified. In that way, you are avoiding getting notified of any phone calls, of any text messages, of any emails, of any notifications to your Facebook page, of any notifications to your TikTok or your YouTube page. You are just simply turning off to the world for some period of the day. so that you can utilize that time just for yourself or even for the people around you, but for the surroundings around you rather than for the world that is part of your entertainment box, which is your cell phone, right? Yes, you will miss some calls. Yes, you will miss some text messages, and you'll get back to it. But think about that. Think about committing a certain period of the day where you just simply turn off the sound option, the vibrate option to your phone. You can pick what time that will be. Will that be in the morning? Well, like I suggested in the second tip. Will that be before you go to bed? Like I suggested in the first tip. But think about that, and I hope you do consider that one, because it does help you center in on your world, on the world that is outside of your phone, on the people that are outside of your phone, on the surroundings and the environment that is outside of your phone. And there is a world out there. There's a world in your phone, and there is a world also outside of your phone. So with that, I hope you consider the 3 tips that I have for you. Hey, so I hope you enjoyed my walk here at Patterson Park. I know I surely did, especially the historical landmarks and the natural habitat. Yes, I did really enjoy my walk here at Patterson Park today. It has been a nice, wonderful day. And I hope you now consider the simple yet effective wellness tips I had for you in regards to having a better relationship with your cell phone / your entertainment box. Yes, you will appreciate the time off from your phone. Trust me on that one. Will it be easy on the first week? No. Will it be easy on the second week? I doubt it. But if you give it a month, if you give it 2 months, 3 months, you will learn to stay away from your phone before you go to bed. Stay away from your phone as soon as you wake up. And you will learn to consider the silent notification options when you can. With that, I hope you will like my message, and if you do, please remember to hit that like button. And if you feel like you love the content that I like to share with you, that I like to bring with you, go ahead and subscribe. If you know somebody who could use some of this wellness messages, go ahead and share it with them, right? All right, remember what it takes to be a wellness warrior. It is more than just a hashtag. It is more than just a day. It is a commitment, just like this video, just like a New Year's resolution. It is a commitment. It is constant effort. And trust me, it is worth it. With that, this has been Proc with Preach with Proc. Love you guys. Take care. Until next time.